Have you ever heard of a man who didn't die? A man who, according to ancient texts, walked with God and was simply taken? This isn't a modern fantasy novel. It's the incredible story of Enoch, one of the most mysterious and fascinating figures in history. Who was he? What did he know? And where did he go? Today, we're journeying back thousands of years to uncover the secrets of the man who walked into eternity. To understand Enoch, we have to start with the world he was born into. Genesis chapter 5 lists the generations from Adam to Noah. It's a long list of so-and-so lived this many years, and then he died. But then we get to Enoch, and the pattern breaks. The text says Enoch lived 365 years, a year for every day of the sun. But instead of saying, "and he died," it says something profound. Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more because God took him away. Think about that for a moment. In a world spiraling away from its creator, one man's relationship with God was so close, so intimate, that he bypassed death entirely. The New Testament book of Hebrews elaborates, saying, "By faith Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death." It even adds that before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. So, the first key to Enoch's story isn't some hidden magic, it's his extraordinary faith and his walk with God. He wasn't just a good person, he was in constant, deep communion with the divine. This is the foundation upon which all the mysteries of Enoch are built. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, for many, this is just the beginning. The Bible gives us only a few tantalizing verses, but other ancient non-biblical texts, most famously the Book of Enoch, expand his story dramatically. Now it's crucial to state that these books are not part of the standard biblical canon for most major Christian and Jewish traditions. They are considered apocryphal. However, their influence on ancient thought is undeniable, and they offer a fascinating glimpse into what people for thousands of years believed about this enigmatic figure. So, what do these texts claim? The Book of Enoch, also known as Warned Enoch, portrays him not just as a righteous man, but as a scribe and a prophet chosen by God for a special mission. According to this narrative, Enoch was taken up into the heavens and given a grand tour of creation. He saw the celestial storehouses for snow, hail, and rain. He learned the secrets of the sun, moon, and stars, their orbits, and the laws that govern them. He was shown the heavenly dwelling places of the righteous and the places of punishment for the wicked. Imagine that. A mortal man being shown the very blueprint of the cosmos. He was essentially given a divine education in astronomy, meteorology, and theology, all at once. The Book of Enoch describes him seeing angels, archangels, and even being brought into the presence of God on his throne. He becomes a messenger, an intermediary between the heavens and the earth. This is a radical transformation from a quiet, faithful walker to a cosmic traveler and a bearer of divine secrets. One of the most famous and controversial parts of the Book of Enoch deals with the Watchers. These are described as a group of angels who, against God's command, descended to earth. They lusted after human women, took them as wives, and had children with them. These offspring were the Nephilim, often translated as giants, who are briefly mentioned in Genesis 6. The Book of Enoch describes these giants as beings of immense power and appetite, who filled the earth with violence, chaos, and forbidden knowledge. According to the text, the Watchers taught humanity things they weren't meant to know yet, like warfare, metalworking for weapons, sorcery, and cosmetics. It paints a picture of a world corrupted not just by human sin, but by a direct, malevolent, angelic intervention. And who does God send to pronounce judgment on these fallen angels? Enoch. The man who walked with God is tasked with delivering a message of doom to these powerful, rebellious celestial beings. It's a mission of incredible bravery and authority, casting Enoch in the role of a true heavenly agent. This ancient story of fallen angels and giants has captivated people for centuries. It provides a more detailed and admittedly more dramatic explanation for the wickedness that led God to send the great flood in the time of Noah, who was Enoch's great-grandson. While the canonical Bible focuses on human sin, the Book of Enoch adds this layer of supernatural rebellion, making the pre-flood world seem like a scene from an epic fantasy. It's no wonder these ideas have found their way into so much modern fiction, art, and even conspiracy theories. After delivering his prophecies and recording all he had seen, Enoch's final journey is described. He doesn't die. He is transformed. He records his final testaments for his children, especially Methuselah, so that the knowledge he gained would not be lost. He instructs them to live righteously, to await the coming judgment and the eventual salvation of the faithful. And then, as he is speaking, he is lifted up on a fiery chariot with whirlwind and storm and taken into the heavens, this time for good. So, what do we make of all this? We have the core, canonical story of a man of immense faith who pleased God so much he transcended death. Then we have the expanded, apocryphal tradition of a cosmic scribe, a prophet to angels, and a keeper of celestial secrets. How do we reconcile these? Many scholars believe the Book of Enoch was written to fill in the gaps, to answer the questions that the sparse biblical account creates. Why was Enoch so special? What did his walk with God actually look like? The Book of Enoch provides a detailed, imaginative, and compelling answer. Regardless of whether you view the Book of Enoch as inspired scripture, a historical artifact, or an ancient work of fiction, its importance is hard to overstate. It reveals the kind of questions ancient people were asking. They were grappling with the problem of evil, the nature of the cosmos, and the relationship between the divine and the human. Enoch became the perfect vessel for these explorations, a human who had seen the other side and come back with answers. The real, lasting legacy of Enoch, from all these texts combined, is a message of hope and a profound challenge. The hope is that a relationship with God can be so powerful it can overcome the ultimate human fate, death. It suggests a destiny for humanity that goes far beyond our mortal lives. The challenge is in the walk. Enoch's story asks us, how are we walking? Are we living in a way that pleases God? A way that is set apart from the chaos and corruption of the world around us? In the end, Enoch remains shrouded in a beautiful mystery. He is the seventh from Adam, a number often associated with perfection and completion in ancient thought. He is the man who walked with God in a fallen world, the prophet who saw the secrets of heaven, and the ancestor of Noah, the man chosen to restart humanity. His story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, it is possible for a single individual, his faith to shine so brightly that it catches the eye of heaven itself. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the incredible story of Enoch. If you found this journey as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into ancient mysteries and powerful stories. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is the Book of Enoch a lost truth or a powerful myth? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, walk with purpose.